Welcome back to Bike Future Hub, your one-stop destination for everything two wheels and throttle. Today, we're diving deep into one of the most iconic rebirths in the Indian motorcycle industry. It's not just a bike, it's nostalgia on wheels. Reborn with modern engineering, the legend has returned. Yes, we're talking about the 2025 Yamaha Rajdoot 350, a name that once ruled the roads and the hearts of bikers in the 80s and 90s, now reimagined and refined for a new era of riders. Yamaha has brought back the Rajdoot, not just as a marketing gimmick, but as a serious contender in the modern classic segment, a motorcycle that brings old-school charm with new-age performance. The very first moment you lay your eyes on the 2025 Yamaha Rajdoot 350, you're greeted with an unmistakable sense of retro spirit. The front of the bike embraces a round LED headlamp that retains the original circular design, giving a strong nod to the past while integrating modern lighting tech. The subtle DRLs surrounding the lamp add a premium touch. Just above, the twin-pod analog-digital instrument cluster merges the charm of analog dials with the convenience of a digital readout for a trip meter, fuel gauge, and gear indicator. The metal fenders, brushed chrome finish, and the old-school fork gaiters bring out the vintage aesthetics with authority. The golden Yamaha logo etched on the teardrop-shaped fuel tank speaks volumes without uttering a word. Everything about the front shouts heritage, yet whispers refinement. Moving to the side, the silhouette remains faithful to its ancestry. The elongated fuel tank, the flat-ribbed seat, and the parallel twin-cylinder engine layout instantly transport you back in time. But look closely, and the modern upgrades begin to emerge. The frame is new, a twin cradle chassis with improved rigidity and balance. The side covers are metal with a Rajdoot 350 embossed in retro font, and the exhaust pipes on both sides are dipped in rich chrome, slightly upswept, giving a symmetrical and aggressive stance. The fuel tank now holds 14 liters, and the fit and finish of the switchgear, levers, and foot pegs reflect Yamaha's latest quality standards. The side view also reveals the bike's stance, neither too aggressive nor too relaxed, designed for daily rides, weekend getaways, and everything in between. As you walk around to the back, the attention to retro detail continues. The tail light is square but fitted with modern LED lighting. The indicators are round, stock-mounted, and classic in design. The rear mudguard is long and elegant, constructed in metal to maintain that vintage vibe. You'll also notice the twin shock absorbers, a deliberate choice to retain the old-school essence while being tuned with gas-charged damping for modern-day comfort. The grab rail is robust, chrome-finished, and serves both function and style. The rear profile is clean, with the rear wheel and chain cover neatly tucked and the number plate holder subtly integrated. Underneath all this design is where the real excitement brews. The 2025 Rajdoot 350 houses a re-engineered 349cc parallel twin engine, air and oil-cooled, staying true to the original concept but now built with modern internals. It pumps out a healthy 36.5 horsepower at 9,000 rpm and a peak torque of 28 Nm at 7,000 rpm, making it ideal for both city sprints and open highway stretches. The engine has been tuned for linear power delivery, with the signature twin-cylinder exhaust note that's throaty, bass-heavy, and unmistakably nostalgic. The carburetor is long gone, replaced with fuel injection to meet BS6 Phase 2 norms, and throttle response is crisp and refined. The bike features a 6-speed gearbox that shifts smoothly, with well-spaced ratios to balance acceleration and top-end cruising. On the road, the Yamaha Rajdoot 350 feels composed yet lively. The bike rides on 18-inch spoked wheels wrapped in tube-type tires for authenticity, but with modern tread compounds for better grip. The suspension setup, a telescopic forks up front and twin shocks at the rear, is tuned for comfort. Whether you hit potholes or speed breakers, the damping feels controlled and plush. Yamaha has paid special attention to handling, ensuring the bike feels nimble in traffic and stable on long curves. The weight distribution is spot on, and despite being slightly heavier than the average 350cc bike at around 185 kilograms, It doesn't feel cumbersome. Braking performance is sharp and confidence-inspiring. The bike gets a 280mm disc up front and a 240mm disc at the rear, with dual-channel ABS as standard. The bike is progressive, allowing you to modulate braking with precision. In wet conditions or emergency stops, the ABS system intervenes just enough to prevent locking without being too intrusive. In terms of comfort, the flat seat is well cushioned, accommodating both rider and pillion with ease. The handlebar is wide, set slightly upright for a relaxed touring posture. The foot pegs are mid-set, making the bike ideal for both city commutes and long-distance rides. The vibrations, often a concern in older twin-cylinder engines, are impressively dampened thanks to a new engine balancer shaft. At cruising speeds of 90 to 100 km/h, the bike remains smooth and composed. The exhaust note is addictively guttural at idle and screaming with power when revved hard. It's not too loud to be annoying, but loud enough to remind you of what you're riding. Fuel efficiency stands at around 28 to 32 km/L in mixed conditions, thanks to the FI system and refined combustion mapping. With the 14-liter tank, you're looking at a real-world range of nearly 400 km on a full tank, which makes it pretty practical even for weekend trips. Yamaha hasn't skipped on tech either. The bike comes with Bluetooth connectivity for turn-by-turn navigation and call alerts, a USB charging port under the seat, and an engine immobilizer for added safety. The lighting is full LED, and the instrument cluster glows with retro-orange backlighting. It's the little touches that show Yamaha's effort to preserve the soul of the original Rajdoot while giving today's rider what they expect in 2025. Now let's talk about pricing. Yamaha has priced the 2025 Rajdoot 350 starting at around a superscript 12.49 lakh ex showroom. That places it right in the ring with bikes like the Royal Enfield Classic 350, Honda CB350, and Jawa 42. But here's the catch: none of them carry the weight of nostalgia quite like the Rajdoot. The value here isn't just in performance or features, but in the emotional connection and legacy. There will also be a limited edition variant with special paintwork and a numbered badge for around a superscript 12.69 lakh, catering to collectors and die-hard fans of the original. In conclusion, the 2025 Yamaha Rajdoot 350 isn't just a motorcycle. It's a time machine, a tribute, a revival of an icon that once stood for raw power and rugged simplicity. Today, it comes back with a mature heart, refined manners, and a roar that still stirs the soul. Whether you're a veteran biker who once rode the original or a young enthusiast looking for something that stands apart from the sea of generic machines, the new Rajdoot 350 gives you that uniqueness. It bridges generations. It offers style with substance, history with technology, and performance with character. It's more than just metal and wheels up. It's a feeling. And Yamaha has done justice to that feeling. In a market flooded with modern machines trying to look retro, this is the real deal. An authentic legend reborn. Thanks for riding along with us today at Bike Future Hub. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe if you enjoyed this deep dive review. And drop your thoughts in the comments. Do you think the new Rajdoot lives up to the name? Would you take this over a classic 350 or Jawa? We want to hear your opinions. Until next time, ride safe, ride smart, and keep your passion for two wheels burning bright.